Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Scales of the Soul on live, opening up the comments for live questions. If anybody has any, I will absolutely answer them for you. I'm just going to do this the whole month of December. I'm going to open up the comments for anybody that has questions and wants some specific cards read for them. Hi guys, welcome in, welcome in. Hey Rhoda, you're my girl. I appreciate you. But yeah, so let's look into kind of just a general read. As with any reading, I say this every time, take what resonates, leave behind what does not. And this will be timeless though. These general readings are always timeless. So whenever this does cross your path is when it is meant to find you. So I hope everybody is having a beautiful start to their week and staying in their power and staying grounded and centered. I did a recorded reading earlier, and something that really came up was sort of this initiation type energy, this DNA upgrade type energy. So, for a lot of you, you may resonate with that. There is kind of this ascension type of energy that's happening where old paradigms, old cycles are really on the turning phase of closing and starting a new one. So, with that being said, let's dig in a little bit and get kind of just a general read. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Can't wait to do this live. Really, really enjoy these. They're so fun to me. Being able to interact with you guys and seeing you on here and just seeing how everyone's doing. So let's get into it. Let's see just a general energy for the collective. What do you have to say, Spirit? What does the collective need to hear right now? What is 2025 bringing in for the collective tuning in? What do we have in this general energy? How's everybody's week been so far? Ooh. We got Queen of Wands in reverse. Welcome in, everybody. Enjoying seeing everyone tuning in. Queen of Wands in reverse. What else we got? Six of Cups upright. Six of Cups came out in an earlier reading I did. We got the Wise One and the Moon, both in reverse. Interesting. Okay. So, since Six of Cups is the only one that's upright right now, we're gonna focus in on this one for a minute. Six of Cups. This is kind of, he's really tuned into the shadows of the past in this one, but also looking forward. He's kind of in this a bit of a contemplative, kind of daydreamy type of energy. So being conscious of what thoughts you're still giving energy to, what past occurrences you're still getting energy to, and how to walk away and move forward from them to promote this new growth, this new thinking, to promote new generation and just a different focal point. Because then we also have the Queen of Wands, the Wise One, and the Moon in reverse. And this is kind of showing me a little bit of doubt, a little bit of self-doubt of your connection, your intuition. Having faith that you are being guided in the direction that you're meant to go. You are being guided by your ancestors and your spiritual team on what path to take. See, we got the Queen of Wands here. It's really interesting too, actually. These kind of mirror one another upright. We got the Queen of Wands and the Wise One, and they're both sitting around this fire. And fire, as we know it, in native cultures, in more ancient times, was obviously the place of warmth and the place to cook your food. But not only that, it was more or less a place to bring community together, to allow people to really kind of sit and reflect and have that connection and build a strong just group of people and reflection. But they're both in reverse. So where are you lacking that sort of connection to your ancestors? Why are you doubting that? What aren't you opening yourself to as far as downloads, messages, guidances? Because then we also have the Moon in reverse, and the Moon, typically upright, is a very illusory type of energy. And this one's interesting too, because it's kind of given me Lover's card a little bit. So it's kind of giving me the duality of divine feminine and masculine, but there's this space between them. There's this divide, this energy divide. So what is that illusion that maybe you are currently dealing with? What space are you creating between your divine masculine and feminine energies? I'm not talking about people, I'm talking about within yourself. What needs to be brought into balance as far as your action and your emotional body? This deck, hold on, let me grab the box. It's a new one. I got lots of new decks. This is Tarot of the Abyss. It's this guy. Great deck. Really cool artwork, right? Love it. So yeah, that being said, let's pull a couple more. If anybody is just tuning in, I will be opening up the comments at the end of the general read for specific questions for you. Let's see. What else do we have for the collective here? What energies do they need to focus in on for 2025? What are they calling in? What do we have going on? Waking the lion. Yeah, finding that inner strength. Tuning into that sort of carnal nature, that sort of beast type energy within. Leo season, maybe a big thing. Lions have been coming up in like all of my readings this past like week and a half. So that lion, lioness energy, being that like that strength, that quiet courage, that resilient confidence. There's just lions are just, they're just powerful in their energy and their essence. Like when you stare at them, they're just such magnificent creatures, and they draw you into the strength and the pure just curiosity of how they move around the world and what they bring in. I'm hearing Lion King as well. I don't know, that may be a symbology for some of you. Maybe a sign for some of you. What else we got? It is what it is. Yeah, also the surrender of self, kind of not having any sort of preconceived notions of what to expect. Kind of, just in that surrender mode, allowing what is meant to come for you, but also walking towards, this is a really interesting message actually. Not all doors that appear closed are closed. So walking towards opportunities that you're feeling drawn to. Like, see how like mystical and drawing in this door is? It's like, you kind of want to know what's on the other side. So taking the chances in that surrender of, okay, let's see what happens. Let's see where this goes. 6 is also a number of harmony. So bringing into harmony what curiosities you do have in life. Let's get one more of these. And for anybody just hopping on, I will be opening up the comments for some free card pulls. So if you have any questions, throw them in the comments and I will pull cards specifically for you. If you guys haven't already and you feel inclined, please hit that like button and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. But let's see, what else? What else can we expect in the energies of 2025 starting off? Can you believe that it's already almost the new year? This is crazy. Let it go. This also came up in an earlier reading. It's so funny. Cards always do that. Just the repeat messages. But let it go. This is a mirroring to this, it is what it is, in that surrender energy. Kind of just allowing things to unfold in the ways that you may have not perceived. I did a reading earlier and Pluto energy was very strong. And Pluto is very unpredictable. It is kind of just this wild energy that just, it's almost psychedelic. Like it just is such a odd type of trajectory. Like it propels you forward into a new revolutionary type of phase. And I feel like that's what's going to happen for quite a few of you in 2025. But the act of surrender and allowing your heart space to flourish and grow. For some of you, you really need to let go of old connections that are keeping you bound, allowing these things to kind of just be free and be surrendering to the universe, letting them be what, letting it be what it is. Hi, Mary. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you guys so much for tuning on. Appreciate the support. Let's get a couple more and then we'll get into questions. If anybody has any specific questions they would like cards pulled for, I am doing free readings this whole month in the gift of giving, paying it forward. The only thing I ask in return is that you guys do something kind for somebody else, whatever that means for you. Let's get Let's get one Lumeria card. See what we got here. Hope everybody is having a good start to their week. These are some really good energies. I really think 2025 is going to be such a transformative year for so many people. I mean, they all are, but there's something about ending of cycles that's really been, I don't know, just prevalent in a lot of the readings and just the energy that I'm feeling. Again, it's like, yeah, like you're saying, that paying it forward type of energy. It's so important, you know? Just doing things out of the kindness of your heart, you know, that can make a difference in somebody else's world. It can be something even as simple as a little smile or asking somebody how they are, checking in on your people. You know, there's so many of us that kind of just suffer in silence and don't say anything. And we'll have that one friend that calls and it's just like, hey, you good? Maybe this is a sign for you to be that person to check in on your people. Or reaching out if you need help. There's no shame in asking for help and asking for support. All right, what else we got here? For those of you just tuning on, if anybody has any questions that they want specifically answered, throw them in the comments and I will pull some cards for you. All right, what do we got here for the collective? Yeah, right, guys? I mean, it's so important, you know? You don't need to be alone. And I hope you all know that are all tuning in. You aren't alone. I'm here. I see you. I feel you. All right, let's see. We got, this is cool. It's the upper chakras. It's so interesting. So I was, when I was pulling out decks for my readings today, I was just so drawn to like all the like purpley blue, like upper chakra colors in all of my decks. Which, again, that kind of goes back to this sort of initiation, upgrade, ascension type of energy, because it's all of your crown chakra, your third eye, your higher self, all of those ascension type energies. So let's see what we got here. Soul Star Chakra, merging with the divine. This image captures the merging of time beyond space and kaleidoscopic wisdom. Ooh, I'm going to have to steal that. I like that. That penetrates our being. We have lived in many worlds, all interconnected. They uphold the lessons they carry as messages of transformation. There's that transformation theme again. I love this. Their synergy creates the expansion of the universe. Gaze into the place where light between our stardust can become anything, and collective evolution is part of the grander story. And this is what I'm saying, you know, that collective energy of being a better person to other people, you know, like being conscious of the actions that you take and how they may affect somebody else, positive or negative. When we simply let go, we become all that we have been seeking and glimpse the greater dream. Meditate on the idea that everything that ever was and ever will be is happening simultaneously right now across multiple dimensions. So, you know, again, holding the intention of focusing on what you do want, no longer nourishing the seeds of the past, the shadow seeds, the old stories. Because the more you focus on that, you actually, our cellular body actually will create a neural pathway based on the emotion that you feel of a story that happened to you. And the more that you think about that story, you're continuing to just reintegrate that same story into your cellular body. So what if you change that language? What if you change that script? And you decide, okay, I'm no longer going to allow and give energy to that in that same capacity. I'm going to change it now and create the world and the reality in which I actually do desire. Just a little something to think about. Okay, so that was kind of just the general reads of 2025. Gonna open up the comments now if anybody has questions they would like specifically answered. I see we got a couple in there. Let's see. Mary Hopkins. Mary, this is for you. Move back to mountain. Okay. Moving question. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got. I'm going to go with tarot. Let's see what we got for you, Mary. Should she take this offer? Let's see. Hold on. What song is this? What song? Hold on. I don't know if you guys can actually hear it, but it is things. Hold on, sorry. Oh, it's Tash Sultana, Free Mind. You might want to look into those lyrics because they're coming in real strong right now. Okay, let's see. What do we got for you, Mary? We got the Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay. That to me makes sense with the offering. Six of Pentacles in reverse. And what else do we have here? And the Empress. Okay, interesting energy for you. Hold on, here we go. Okay. So, we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. Now, typically upright, the Eight of Cups is kind of about spilt old emotions, right? But I feel like there's this revolutionary phase of where you're no longer crying over spilled milk with this energy and this offer. And then we have the Six of Pentacles, and Six of Pentacles is about paying it forward, about allowing people to see your true value and your true honor and wealth of who you are in your deepest energy. And then we have the Empress here. Now, the Empress is all about being in your divine feminine. It's the nurturer, the mother. I will say she is all out in nature. She's very connected and attuned to nature. So what I'm seeing for you is, does this feel right to you? When you really sit with it in kind of a meditative, contemplative state, does this feel right for you? Does this action feel right for you? I feel like maybe in the past there's been some emotional turbulence between the two of you, or just maybe even with just in yourself, and constantly maybe giving to this energy quite a bit, and you've kind of found this freedom flow. But maybe it also is that nature and the mountains bring you that freedom flow. I can't answer that part for you. However, I think that you're in this energy currently where you're now creating sort of a new life. You're creating new growth. You're creating more empathy for self. So if this empowers you and you feel like this is an empowering choice for you, then I say yes. I say you should if this feels right for you. Let me get two more for you. Let's see what we got in here. Hi, Victoria. Welcome in. Thanks, guys. Welcome back, everybody. It's so good to see everyone. Let's see. For those of you just tuning in, I am opening the comments now for if anybody has any specific questions they want answered. I will pull some cards for you. In the gift of giving for the month of December, I'm going to keep doing these free lives. My only request is that you do something nice for somebody else in return. So let's see. What else do we have for you, Mary? Let me get one more for you. Two more. Awakening Genius. I'm feeling like, yeah, like the nature spirits are actually kind of calling you back to this, calling you back to self, calling you back to higher connection. If you feel guided to go back to the mountains, I think you should. I think if nothing else, it's going to connect you more deeply into yourself, into your feminine body, into your tapping into your ancestors. There's so much knowledge and wisdom to be gained when we spend time in nature, when we spend time with the elements, when we kind of go back to our wild roots of who we are. You know, at the end of the day, humans are animals. You know, we were meant to be free and not be caged. So if the mountains and nature bring you joy and happiness and you feel good in it, then absolutely, I think you should. I don't know necessarily that it's meant to, I don't know if this is a romantic relationship that you're asking about, but I do see you really romanticizing the relationship with self through this adventure, through moving back to the mountains. So I hope that that helps you and that gives you some clarity. Thank you for letting me read you. For those of you just hopping on, I am opening up the comments now for if anybody has specific questions they would like answered. Go ahead and throw them in the comments. And if you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thanks, guys, for being here and for tuning in and just be in this collective, beautiful community that we're growing. I so appreciate you guys. I love doing these lives. I can feel your energy. It's so beautiful. And I appreciate the support endlessly. Um, yeah, I miss nature too. I mean, I am a wild woman at heart. I love being in nature. It just brings me so much joy and happiness. I'm constantly camping and just exploring. So, yeah. Oh, especially the deers. Yes. Well, Victoria, Cookie Victoria, deers are all about innocence. They are innocent creatures at heart. So maybe there's something in the deer spirit that you're meant to kind of tap into. They are gentle creatures. So maybe there's a little bit of gentleness you need to have um, regarding the question that you're asking. Let's see. What's I can find out about this J girl? I see on that page. I'm gonna let them know. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me tap into your energy now. Cookie, Victoria. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. What are we gonna go with here? I'm gonna go. Let's see. We're gonna do some alchemy cards. I don't know. Feeling pulled to the alchemy cards for you. So let's see what we got going on. Yeah, I recommend maybe just looking up, spiritual meaning of deer. There's probably a deep message in that for you because you specifically referred to that. So let's see what we got. Ooh, yes. Oh, okay. Well, that was a lot, but we're gonna take them because they popped out. Let's see what we got for you. We have the void, Mercury, and the uncreated. Interesting. So, in the center, we have Mercury. Mercury is all about communication. Mercury is quite literally communication. We are in a Mercury retrograde at the moment, so communication can be a little faltered. It can be misunderstood. So, I say that if you do choose to confront that it's a real conversation in person, not via text, because text can be misconceived and we read it in the tone in which our emotional state is. So that came through really strong. Green is all about your heart chakra. So speaking from your heart, taking the moment of pause to breathe, to be in kind of this voided space, to allow, the not silence, but well, yeah, I mean, silence within your own heart and mind to really be clear on if this feels like it's a connection worth putting yourself through challenge. And I will say, if you have to question somebody's loyalty, typically, I mean, there's always room and space for people to grow or people to change or communicate in a healthy, constructive way. But if you have to question somebody's loyalty, I feel like there's a reason why that connection is going in the way that it is. Because then we have the uncreated. And what I'm seeing here is actually quite a progression for you, is that from this sort of voided space where you kind of tune into yourself and into kind of the meditative state, and just really listen to your higher self and what choice you should make or what direction you should go with this. The clarity of communication is going to come to you because you're actually going to allow your heart to speak when you slow down and take a deep breath, right? And once you hear that, now you're actually making way and creating room and space for the uncreated. And look how vibrant and prismatic this is. Like, this is an energy of just opportunity for growth. Like, this is like a beautiful gem kind of lighting up. It almost kind of looks like it's like coming from this voided space, right? Like, it came from all this darkness, but now it's got this new light and perspective and refraction of light in order to now create the prismatic energy that I'm seeing. I don't know if you know what a sun catcher is, but that's kind of the energy that I'm getting here. I think, listen, you should I did a recorded reading earlier for 2025 predictions. I feel like there's definitely some messages in there for you. There's a lot of closing of cycles for people, a lot of things that are finally ending, and it's for your highest good. Whether or not it feels good right now, that's life, and we have to go through the challenges in order to have the perspective and appreciate the light and appreciate the peaks, right? Peaks have the best views, but you know what? It's the valleys where everything is fruitful and the harvests can come from. So I hope that gives you a little bit of clarity. Hold your worth at a high value. I'm just going to say that. That came through very strongly right now, Victoria. So I hope that helps you. I appreciate your continued support, all of you. Thank you so much for being here. All right, Rhoda, my girl. Hey, let's see. What do we have? I would like to know how I can make the best of this week. For those of you, first of all, tuning on right now, I am opening up the comments. If you have any specific questions, throw them in the comments and I will pull some cards just for you. And if you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe. I appreciate your continued support. So, Rhoda, let's get into it, girl. How can you make the best of it for the best of this week? Let's see. I love that question. Great question. Optimism. Good. New focuses. Let's see. Let's go. We're going to go here, actually. Let's see what we got. You know what? No, these cards are calling me. We're going to do a Lumeria card first. Let's see what we got. What can you do to make the best of this week? Let's see what we got. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Victoria. I just read some of your past comments. Well, listen, you're worth more than that, and you should definitely be with somebody that reflects the same worth and energy that you are giving, Victoria. All right, Rhoda. Ooh, yes, dragon come through. Let's go. I love dragon energy. So it's kind of that hybrid energy. Ooh, and she's got her little heart space just flowing in the wind, feeling free. Transformation energy coming in hot with the quickness. Also kind of like you kind of have this mythical type of energy about this week coming up. A little bit of mystery of what's to come, which I love. A lot of color, though. A lot of beautiful color. Again, you're kind of in that full spectrum of the upper realms. There may be some pretty significant downloads that you may be getting. So pay attention to the little whispers that you may be hearing. Paying attention to intuitive guidances that you may be seeing. Pay attention to patterns, synchronicities, signs. All right, radical expansion. So we got for you, it is a time for radical ways of being and thinking. You can start by granting yourself freedom and creativity to be you. Unleash your inner rainbow dragon and unapologetically claim your heart-based empowerment and radiantly unconventional gifts. You can be as big as your energy wants to be. Let go of limiting stories. I'm going to say that one more time. Let go of limiting stories and take up all the space you need. Have fun unleashing who you are. As bold and radical as your ideas are offering might be, they could be just what the world is waiting for and what the world wants. Be the masterpiece your soul has always wanted you to be. So what projects or what ideas have you been holding back on? It's time to create. It's time for you to like really just stand in your power. Again, I'm saying for those of you tuned on, you should definitely check my my recorded reading, pick a card reading for 2025, because a lot of these energies are very mirrored to what each of those piles had. It's kind of an intrinsically woven thing. So that being said, let's get some more for you. What else can you do to make the best of this week? Let's get into the alchemy cards for you. Let's see what we got. How does she alchemize this energy? Let's see. Let's see. What else do we have here? Sublimation. See, look at this ascension. You got that like dove, that white dove energy kind of going through again. And that purple. This is all, again, the higher chakras tuning into them. Let me see. Let me get one more. Get one more on this for Miss Rhoda here. This one came out in the earlier reading too. Yeah, this is kind of untapped potential. This is allowing yourself to be in a space of purity. And also tapping into your sort of vital life force. Your kind of that carnal, but that's not the right word. That like innate energy within, that creative energy that's ready to just be transformed and be expressed and be shared. Sublimination. I feel like there's some sort of just peace. Like you're going to be bringing in peaceful energy this week. There's like a little crown jewel to finding like peace at your center. I'm actually gonna let me grab the book on this one because I want to see. She has such great messages in here. I love this deck. If you guys don't own it and you're into reading cards, this is the Alchemy deck by Kim Kranz. And I just love how she breaks down her cards. They're so just well thought out and beautifully written. Okay, let's see. Elevation, rising. Yeah, exactly. Tuning into your mind and what your thoughts are expressing as well, because this is like very air sign type energy. Ascending above and gaining greater perspectives. Yes, birds in flight, mountain peaks. What did I say earlier? Peaks have the best views, but you know what? Don't forget about the valleys where we plant everything, where we create the seeds in order to grow, to nourish ourselves, and to sustain the energy that we need in order to reach that peak. Through ascension, there is a risk, though, of separating from others, of sensing oneself higher or above. The risk is particularly great in spiritual traditions that offer a linear model of achievement. So, rising humbly above, you know, supporting the upliftment of others and always being in touch with all the cycles of your life. So, yeah, I feel like this is going to be a really beautiful week for you. There's going to be like some, I don't know, there's a gift coming to you. Somebody's going to say something to you that's like totally random in crossing. That's just going to give you a totally different perspective on life. I don't know. It's going to stick with you. A stranger's going to communicate something to you that's really going to stick with you. Beautiful. I love that for you. Very cool energy. Thank you. Thank you. And also, thank you so much for your continued support. I see you, girl. I feel you. Let's see what we got. Mary. Oh, have fun. All right. Shan, if you're still on here, yes, I would love to pull a card for you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let's see. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thanks, guys. Okay. My connection with Libra I'm talking to, is he a past life partner? He's not filling my cup, but he's always the person I think of. Okay. Let's get into it. Let's see. Let's see. Well, you came to the right channel. Asking about Libras over here. Scales of the Soul, Libra fan, what's up? Let's see, let's see. I'm gonna go here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you being here. Welcome to the fam. Let's see what we got for Miss Shan and her Libra on her mind. Is this a past life connection? Fifth house, creativity. Give me one more. Sagittarius, I see. Okay. I'm gonna go with yes. This is definitely a past life connection. Because we oftentimes let me put these in here. Oftentimes in, past life type connections or soul connections, we mirror one another, right? And we're meant to be in each other's lives or to cross each other's paths in order to be that mirror for growth, in order to be that reflection in which we may need. And these people may not be somebody that you romantically end up with. However, it could be somebody that you saying isn't filling your cup, but is showing you where you need to fill your own cup or where you need to grow from. I talk about this a lot, triggers and things like that can actually be such a beautiful thing, because oftentimes when we're triggered by somebody or something and they're not filling our cup or, allowing us a space to feel the desire in which we seek, it's really an opportunity for you to now ask yourself why you're being triggered or what isn't being fulfilled with you, and being creative in these energies. Like we have the like cinematic mask here, the happy and sad faces, right? Laugh now, cry later kind of thing, or whatever, vice versa. I feel like there's a lot of fun that you guys do have with one another, but it's kind of constantly bouncing back and forth between these two energies, which, hey, that's Libras for you. We're balanced, we're all about air. We're in our mind a lot. This person could be a very deep thinker, but also has a tendency to have a lot of fun and lightheartedness as well. And then we have Sagittarius. The Archer, I see. And Sagittarius it's represented by a centaur. Wow, that was really hard for my brain right now. But by a centaur, so it's hybridization of that sort of animalistic body and that human sense. So, tuning into what tuning into those energies for self, and asking yourself, like, what am I not seeing through this connection that I need to about myself? Again, it's that mirror. They're literally showing me the mirror with a reflection. And it's people often come into our life for that reason. Quite literally just to be the mirror to reflect back to ourselves where we need to continue to heal, or where we need to continue to do the work in order to show up as a better version of ourselves, in order to grow, in order to elevate. Um, that's what I'm seeing here. Let me get one more card for you. Let's see. I don't know. I'm feeling pulled to the messages of love card. So let's see. Let's see what else we got. You're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate you tuning in and for the subscription. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Ooh. All right. What do we have for Miss Shan here? New chapter and regret. That one wanted to be in front, but anyways, yeah, don't live in regret. Don't live in regret. Live in a space of, everything has the opportunity to teach you something. Everything that we've walked through and grown through was there so we could be exactly where we are now. So we could be the brightest version of ourselves, the most empowered version of ourselves. And I don't know, this 2025, I think it's time to start this new chapter for you. I know it says I'm trying to move on, so there's clearly a connection between the two of you, but I think it's a new chapter, and it's going to be kind of fireworks for you. Whether or not, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be with this person or not. I'm feeling like it's a new energy, but it could also be that the two of you kind of have a separation, where you need the time and distance in order to actually see the value in this. And maybe that's what this person needs. So I hope that gives you some clarity and peace of mind. I don't know. I'm feeling like this is a new energy, though, if I'm being real. That's what I'm being shown. And that's going to be something very, very fun and eventful for you. So thank you. I appreciate you tuning in and for your support. Those of you just tuning on, I am opening up the comments. I'll be doing these free lives for the rest of December. Just doing kind of a pay it forward type of energy. The only thing I really ask in return is just do something nice for a stranger. Do something nice for somebody else. Whatever that means for you. Yeah, and if you guys haven't already and you feel inclined, please hit that like button and subscribe. Really helps continue to grow this channel, and I so appreciate all of your continued support, those of you that keep showing up in these reads. So if anybody just tuning on has any questions, go ahead and throw them in the comments. Let me know, and I will pull some cards for you. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep kind of pulling some general reads for 2025. What do we got going on for the collective tuning in for 2025? I'm feeling pulled to the alchemy cards again. You're welcome. Oh, wow. We got the golden rose. So many roses lately. Let's see. I like that. That's good energy. That's sun energy. Hi, Luminous Starseed. Welcome back. All right, let me pull one more on this, and then I will hop to your question. Thank you so much for being back. I appreciate you. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's see. Damn repeat cards, man. They've all just been repeating, and I love it, though, because it's, messages that we need to hear. So we got the golden rose, breath, and sublimation. Yeah, I'm just going to give a quick little spirit on this one, but, it's taking those pause moments to have the higher perspective, to see how much you've grown, to see where you have flourished, to see where the real beauty in your life has blessed you. It's so easy for us to get caught up in old stories or things of our past that, maybe we're not the most proud of. But you know what? Again, like I said earlier, for some of the reading, those are the things that brought us exactly where we are. So we have to be thankful for the challenges in life and the hardships and the challenging, embarrassing, whatever moments in life, because it gave us a higher perspective in order to reflect and now kind of articulate and synergize the energies in which we want to transform to be the best version of ourselves, to be in this sun energy. So that being said, let's get to you, Luminous Starseed. If you're still on here, I will absolutely pull some cards for you. Thank you for your continued support. Candelario, current feelings. Okay, let's check out some current feelings. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Current feelings. We're gonna go tarot on this one for you. There's something that was stuck at the bottom. What was this? Two of Wands. Okay. Two of Wands. This person's being pulled in two different directions. There's definitely a conflict in their mind. They have kind of conflicting energies of what action to take with you right now. Luminous Starseed, this is for you if you're just hopping back on. Let's see. Those of you just tuning in, I am opening the comments for some free readings. If anybody has any questions that they want answered, throw them in the comments. Ooh. What else do we have here? Hold on, they just flew. 1 second. And then we have 9 of Cups and 7 of Swords. Yeah, so yeah, there's definitely a conflict of what action to take with you. You do fulfill a lot of their cups. Like you bring a lot of nourishment to this person. However, they're in a very bound space with how they actually are willing to express this with you. They're very in their mind, very deeply introspective type of person, and I don't know if this person is a human of very few words, but that's what it feels like. But they definitely see your beauty, and they definitely see your abundant energy. However, I feel like this person, it's interesting because they're all kind of facing to the right-hand side, which your right-hand side is your more interesting. Yeah. Your right-hand side is more of your dominant, divine, masculine, protector side, and the energy feels kind of very protected, but there's like this inquisitiveness, like they're curious about you. Especially when you look at this one, it's like he's peeking from the shadows kind of like into this light. So there's definitely, he's not sure which action to take, but he's very curious and he sees all of the value and yeah, just beautiful energy that you do have. I'm going to give you one more card. Let's see. There's definitely a curiosity. I will say that, but they're very kind of reserved energy, so they're not really sure how to go about the information that they may have just received. So let's see. Let's get a message, love message here. Whoa. Okay. Or two. Hold on. I get it. You want to come up? Come here. Come in. Come in. Come in. Sorry, my cat's here. Oh, neglected. I failed to give you what you need and reminiscing. I miss our inside jokes. So, well, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I think that's maybe what this like action taking energy is. Like he kind of knows like that there wasn't, his actions weren't right initially, you know, and he sees that. He knows that he kind of failed in this, but he also misses the connection. And it's interesting too, because this feels very soul connection, like soul recognition type of energy with these two, you know, older folks really just enjoying life, you know. So this to me is like really giving me a symbolism of there's a really deep soul connection here. So I think it's going to be slow moving forward, but it's kind of a blessing in disguise because it gives you the opportunity to really dig deep and to actually get to know each other on a very deep soul level and allow that to build and flourish into something even greater. So I hope that helps you, Luminous Starseed. thank you again for your continued support. I appreciate you being here. For those of you just hopping on, if anybody has any questions, go ahead and throw them in the comments, and I will pull some cards specifically for you. I appreciate everyone. If you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe. Yeah, you know, the only thing that I'm asking for is that please pay it forward in some degree. Please just do something kind for a stranger, do something nice for somebody, check in on your people. You know, holiday times are hard for a lot of people, so just check in, you know, or ask for help if you need help. It's totally okay, and it's actually stronger of you to reach out when you need some help from other people. We got to have support systems, and thank you. I'm loving this community that we're building here. I appreciate everybody's continued support that keeps hopping on these lives with me and just supporting the channel. I love doing these lives. It's so fun to be able to connect with you guys. So if anybody has any questions, throw them in the comments. Otherwise, I'll just pull some kind of general reading, general collective cards. This is Gidget, everybody. She's my little mystic. She pops in and out of my readings, but she's pretty much almost always on my lap when I read. She loves the cards. Or any of the spiritual work that I do. She's almost always a part of it. She feels that energy. So let's see. What general energies for 2025 does the collective tuning in need to hear? What else do we have? Four of Cups. What else do we have? Ten of Swords. Wow. Yeah, leaving all the bullshit in 2024, leaving it behind, moving forward to better avenues. Seven of Pentacles. In reverse, though. Yeah, I think a lot of you just kind of have held on to old baggage in 2024, and you need to let that go in 2025, because if you're focusing on all these old cups, you know, all these old emotions or these old stories, you're missing what's right in front of you. You know, like you're missing emotional opportunities. You're missing opportunities of connection, of growth, of beauty. Yeah, because if you stay in this Ten of Swords, you're always going to be trapped. You're always going to be just stuck in your mind and continuing on that same cyclical pattern, repeating the old stories over and over and over again. And they're going to keep you bound in that same spot when really all you got to do is just get up, move forward. Create that energy of inertia and continue to move forward and move on. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles here, which is typically a card of abundance and growth and nourishment and opportunity. But again, it's like a lot of you are have been choosing, but perspective is a choice. So, you know, allow yourself to move forward, allow yourself to grow and be on the trajectory towards what it is that you do desire and what you do want. Hi, Dorella. Welcome in. Welcome in. For those of you just tuning on, I am opening up the comments for free card pulls. So if you have a question, throw it in the comments. And if you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe. Really appreciate it. And the only thing I ask in return is that everybody just, if I do pull cards for you, just do something kind for somebody else. Pay it forward. I'm going to be doing this all of December just as, you know, a way of giving back, as a way of just having that energy exchange. So hop on these lives with me. I'm going to try to do them every night consistently if I can. But if not, you know, I do try to posting daily recorded readings. So welcome in. I appreciate everyone's continued support. And if anybody tuning in has questions, let me know. Throw them in the comments and we'll pull some cards for you. Dorella, why will Toniel be reaching out to me? Let's see what we got. When? Okay. I think I'm gonna go. Let's see if we'll do tarot on this one. What do we have? What timeline? Yes, please, please. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you, Dorella. Let's see what we got. Three of Swords. Ooh. All right, let's see. Interesting. Okay. Huh. Well, what I'm going to say, this one came out first. There's definitely an action wanting to be taken towards you. For sure, there was some heartbreak that happened with the three of Swords here, but if you look at this card, it's not like your typical Three of Swords representation. They are kind of grounded energies in thoughts or in communication. And what came from that is these beautiful free-flying birds, right? So sometimes heartbreak has to happen in order for growth to sustain. So that being said, we also have this Queen of Wands, which just came out earlier, but she's in reverse. And this one in particular, it's like she's sitting next to the fire, connecting to the spirits, connecting to nature, connecting to her higher self, her ancestors. And I feel like that's kind of the energy that you're in right now, but you're not listening necessarily to the idiosyncrasies and the messages that you're being told. Because then we also have this Emperor, and he's like ready to hop and leap forward. But in order for him to do this, to communicate with you, you have to do some real inner healing. I'm feeling like this is what I'm gathering from this. This is what I'm feeling. There needs to be some internal healing and realizations that you need to go through in order for this connection to come back together. There is definitely a desire for that connection to be reconnected between the two of you, but you know, a lot of this is the inner work that you need to do first, because you know, once you start raising your vibration and your energy, that connection can then meet you at the same place that you are. So yeah, I definitely see this person wanting to reach out to you, but there is some precursor work that you need to do within yourself. Let's get a couple more. Let's see some messages of love for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, Dorella, you my hype girl. Let's go. Let's go. All right. What else? What love messages do we have from Tony? What love messages do we have from Tony to Dorella? Reminiscing. This just came out in the last one. The cards keep doing this. It's so funny. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a desire to connect. Like, this person definitely wants to come forward. And you guys clearly have a lot of fun together. Like, I think you have a very sort of inner child healing type of relationship. Like, you make each other sort of feel young and youthful and vibrant. And there's that desire to come forward, I'm telling you. But again, like, you got to do some of that inner work and come back in a different form a little bit, because you're going to be able to connect more deeply with this person. I hope that helps you. Thank you for letting me read you. And I'm excited for you. I think it's when you guys do reconnect and you do come back into union, you're both going to be elevated, and you're both going to come with a stronger heart and a stronger mind. Love that. For those of you just tuning in, thank you so much for being here. I am opening up the comments for questions if you have any, and I will pull some cards for you. Appreciate everyone hopping on and tuning in. You guys are amazing. Thank you for the continued support. Gonna try to continue to do these lives all through December for free card readings, you know? Just paying it forward. The only thing I ask is that you do something kind for somebody else in return. So if anybody has any questions, throw them in the comments and I will pull some cards. Otherwise, I'll just continue to do a couple more general reads of the energies for 2025 and what, you know, the collective tuning in may need to hear. So let's see. Let's go here. What do we got for the collective? Thank you, Dorella. You're the best. Appreciate you all. Thank you. And if you haven't already, everybody, please hit that like button and subscribe. And also, I just posted a pick a card for 2025 that you might want to check out on my channel. I just posted it tonight. Some pretty radical energies coming in for a lot of you. You know, a lot of transformation, a lot of change. But yeah, go ahead and if you feel inclined, take a look at that video. What do we have? We got Sagittarius again. Dude, This is crazy. For those of you that have been watching, it's like the same repeat cards keep coming out. Like, I don't know why I keep picking different cards because the same ones just keep popping out over and over again. So there's clearly the messages that need to be heard. And then Scorpio, I transform. Yep, transformation. That's come out. That is the energy of today. Transformation is the energy of today and 2025. Truly, it is going to be an incredibly transformative year for you guys, for everybody, the collective. I feel like we have Sagittarius, and you know what? We also, again, like we have the Ascension 20 to 21, Sagittarius and Scorpio. Scorpio is a very water-bearing energy. There's a lot of fire to it. You know what's interesting that I've never noticed before is that there's Anubis in the background of this. And for those of you that aren't familiar with Anubis, he is the Egyptian god that basically decides your fate. He will weigh your heart against a feather on the scales before you transcend into the next realm. I've never noticed that before, but that's really standing out. So for some of you, you may need to look into Anubis and that mythology. But essentially, you know, this is the transformative energy. What are you choosing to see in your life? What transformations are you willing to invest in within your life? Yeah, Sagittarius, it's, you know, it's that archer. So shooting like with full focus and aiming towards the goals and what you desire. Yeah. And it's interesting too because this is kind of like all of the sort of lower root chakra, sacral chakra coloration. And then this is again all the higher chakra coloration, your third eye, your crown chakra, all of that. So there is, again, this ascension happening. That has been the repetitive message all day in my readings. Ascension and transformation, ascension and transformation. That is the theme of 2025. Everybody's going to be going through new cycles, bringing in new energies, closing out old stories, and choosing to move forward and be more empowered in your choices. For those of you just tuning in, if anybody has any questions, throw them in the comments for me. I'll pull some cards for you. Otherwise, I might close this out. I didn't even realize we've been on here for almost an hour. So if you have any questions, throw them in the comments. Otherwise, I'll pick one final card and we'll be done here. And I thank you. Thank you all for tuning in. If you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe. Appreciate you guys. Let's have one final card then. We're going to go Lemurian. Let's see what we got here. One final card to close out this collective reading for what to expect in 2025. Let's see what we got. What does the collective need to hear closing out with them for 2025 here on this live reading? What messages? Let's see. We got, I love this song. Is this Maddie O'Neill? Oh no, it's Tosh Sultana again. She's just been really funny because it's called Mystic. But, you know, this is again attuning to that which is unseen, to your spiritual team, like really connecting to that. Anyways, yeah, and as she's doing, like, look at this sort of tapping into the unseen realms, to the spiritual places and people, the energies. Let's see, what do we got here? The Violet Flame. As we deepen our spiritual path, step out of illusory constructs and become empowered beings, life presents more opportunities to grow than before. Your sensitivity will be heightening, so it may be harder to spend time in places with certain energies. Again, this goes back to Pluto came out in my recorded reading earlier. Pluto energy, very strong. And oftentimes with Pluto, we are, again, in that ascension type energy, but also we're very open because it is that initiation into a like spiritual downloading process. You're heightening your connections. You're heightening your awarenesses. So just also be cautious about the energies that you allow in your space. People, places, things. I mean, that's not just specific to people. Okay. Do you have a range of accessible go-to practices for recentering, cleansing your aura and protecting your energy field? A routine for psychic fitness will keep your aura strong and resilient, your energy sovereign, and your vibration high, and help you to see through illusions that block or disorient. Bring the violet flame into your meditation and self-care practices for graceful rebalance. Yeah, I use violet light a lot in my hypnosis sessions. I'm also a hypnotherapist, for those of you that don't know that, but I'm also a hypnotherapist, and I use the violet light to kind of calm, protect, and sort of regenerate for whoever it is that I'm working with. But the violet light it's a very protective, when you think of ultraviolet rays, it's a cleansing light. It's like a black light, so you kind of see which is unseen, Yeah, all right, guys. I think that's all I have for you tonight. I appreciate everybody that hopped on. Thank you so much. I do have an option for donations if anybody feels inclined. Those links are in my description box down below. But really, what I do want is for any of you that tuned on and that I read for, just we're here in support. Just keep kindness contagious. Do something kind for somebody else. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your evening, and I will see you likely tomorrow night again. Take care. Bye.